You again?
Well, well. If it isn't my old mugger friends. What a small world we live in.
You lied to us last time. When you said you'd give us your brother, it was just to save your skin, eh? Your pretty speeches won't save you this time. You'll learn what happens when you mess with the Reapers.
Mierda. Bueno, este tío ya está acabado. Solo que aún no lo sabe.
Enough. You win. I have to admit you're a good fighter. What do you want?
Viejo Bowen, quiero saber dónde está su jefe. Bueno, eso dice, los otros me han dicho que su jefe es el que sabe todo, o sea que...
I know your boss killed people in the cellars. Tell me where he is.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't hear from him until about an hour ago. Since he went to collect the payment, in fact. I just learned that he was arrested by the Gold Cloaks.
Whose payment?
No clue. Oris usually keeps that kind of information to himself. The Gold Cloaks took him to their blasted tower over there. I have a feeling we won't be seeing him again.
The city watchtower, you say?
There. I've answered your questions. If you're going to kill me, then kill me and be done with it.
No tengo razones para matarlo, el reino estaría mejor sin ti. Bueno, el otro me lo he cargado, así que este también debería cargármelo. Sí, qué coño.
A man like you does nothing but cause harm to the people. Relor will judge you as he sees fit. What with this empty cellar and Oris imprisoned in the city watchtower, I can see no end to the challenges Relor has set against me.
Listen, I have good reason to believe that the famous city watchtower will be the answer to your problems. Your brother stands accused of patricide. If he still lives, he'll be in the dungeons. If he's been executed, they most likely will have stored his corpse in the basement while they confirm his identity.
You are correct. There's no other option. I must get inside that tower.
I should warn you, it won't be easy getting in. No civilians are allowed entry. The only way will be for you to pass for a gold cloak.
It seems risky, but it could work. What would it take to pass for one of them?
You will need a full uniform. Breastplate, helm, boots, gloves, and a cloak, of course. I believe we'll be able to find everything we need in town. If you find yourself unable to secure any of the items, some craftsmen could probably provide you with the equipment you require. But be warned, this service will not come cheap.
Let's give it a try.
Parece que encontrar las respuestas, buscar en la torre de la guardia de la ciudad. Vale. Tengo que conseguir el uniforme. El hacha de el hacha. Bueno, imagino que el hacha ese no lo hubiese conseguido si no me lo hubiese cargado.
The town's merchants should be able to help us. There's also a chance we'll come across men from the city watch patrolling the streets. It can't be that hard to find opportunities to acquire what we'd need.
Vale. Voy a guardar, imagino que podré pelearme con ellos y robarles el uniforme. Pues espero, porque si no me va a costar una pasta si lo tengo que comprar. He subido de nivel, ¿no? No. Bueno, y por aquí, ¿por dónde tengo que salir exactamente? Vale, por aquí. Esto creo que es lo que estaba al lado de la fortaleza roja esa, ¿no?
I know that some city watchmen like to take a little nap when they're on their rounds. And it just so happens that this place is quiet and remote, which makes it an ideal spot, I'd say.
Aquí hay algo.
Well, well. Looks like someone's taking quite a little nap where he can't be seen.
We could try to steal his gloves and boots while he's asleep.
Tienes razón, podría funcionar, prefiero no arriesgarme.
It's risky, but worth a try. Let's do it really carefully.
Eh? What?
Ice and darkness.
Hey, you! How dare you steal from a gold cloak? Give that back! No one steals from Garth. You'll pay for that, wretch!
Bueno, se lo haremos. Mamarracho, ridículo. Ya está. Está acabado.
There you go. The gloves and boots are good.
Vale, pues ya... Solo me queda el yelmo y el peto, imagino. Y la capa igual. No puedo pasar por aquí. ¿Esto qué es? Ah, vale. Que este me venderá, ¿no?
Hello, my lord. How can I help you?
Este debería ayudarme a construir una capa. Antes de nada necesito recopilar información. Aquí solo estoy perdiendo el tiempo.
Hello, good fellow. I couldn't help but remark upon your stall. I've never seen so many different fabrics.
It's always a pleasure to meet someone who's interested. I have a great selection indeed. Silk and lace from Myr, wool from Gis, even a sample of the finest cloth made in the heart of 7 kingdoms. All of King's Landing comes to Andres.
Qué aburrimiento de poner fin a esta conversación. Lo duraré para que me regale la capa.
So I've heard. Actually, that's why I've come to see you.
Ah, that's good to hear. You should know, my lord, that agreeable clients like yourself get a special discount here.
Actually, I need a new gold cloak.
I see. So your old one's worn out, is that it? I swear, these cloaks are made by journeymen. Unfortunately, the City Watch have their cloaks made elsewhere.
Por el precio de puedo cambiará de opinión. Podría emplear la astucia para persuadirlo.
Precisely. I'll be able to show them the quality of your work. Prove to them that you're at the top of your game.
You're right. You'll have to be bold if you want to succeed. I will give it to you for 12 stags, just to cover the cost of the materials. I'd be indebted to you if you spoke to them about my work, yes.
Solo 12 venas de plata, menuda suerte. Tiene que haber otra forma.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Bueno, intentaré conseguirla gratis. Y si no puedo, pues bueno, le compro al tío este.
Good day, my lord. What can I do for you?
Puedo hacer un peto y un yelmo. Aquí no tengo nada que hacer.
Good day to you. I'd like to inquire about having some armor forged.
Very well, my lord. What sort of armor will you be needing?
A City Watch breastplate and helm.
That's not usually my job, my lord. The gold cloaks have their own armor smith.
Si es así, no me sirve de nada. Tengo que encontrar una excusa.
Yes, I know. It's just that I lost mine, and the commander is bound to punish me if I go back without them. To be honest, I'd prefer it if this job stayed between the two of us.
Certainly. I can arrange that for you. But a special order such as this will come at a much higher price.
Ni de coña.
It's going to cost you a golden dragon. But for this price, your breastplate will be the envy of all. It will be gilded with a finish worthy of the greatest of men.
Un dragón de oro me parece bien, es demasiado caro, encontraré otra forma. Lo intimidaré para que me baje el precio.
I don't need any gilding. I'm just asking you for a standard City Watch breastplate. Are you trying to swindle me? Careful. I could always come back here with my friends and do a little inspection.
An inspection? Yes. Come to think of it, I can make you a breastplate and a helm which look a lot like those of your friends for a very reasonable price. Let's say 156 silver stags.
54 venados menos, eso está mucho mejor. No, no.
Never mind, I'll look
demasiado
elsewhere.
caro y eso.
Ah, sí.
Y si puedo conseguirlo
Goodbye,
gratis,
then.
mejor que mejor. Daré una vuelta a la ciudad.
Don't be shy. No harm will come of looking.
No sé por qué me da, pero en el burdel ese que hay en la ciudad me da que podría haber guardias de estos. Así que iré a echar un vistazo.
Quite a lot of city watchmen who come here to have a good time with the girls.
No sabía.
Maybe she could help us.
Vale, es esta de aquí. Voy a guardar.
The town's merchants should be able to help us. There's also a chance we'll come across men from the city watch patrolling the streets. It can't be that hard to find opportunities to acquire what we'd need.
Vale, pues voy a hablar con la tía esta ya.
Sir Alistair, my heart sank when I received news you'd been arrested. It is rare that a prisoner emerges from the Red Keep to see the light of day again.
The light of R'hllor guided my way to freedom.
Your god must favor you highly. It is a relief to see you again.
Shataya, I come to you today because I need help. Something terrible may have happened to Gawain, and I'm trying to find him.
Será mejor que le cuente mi plan, es mejor que no sepa demasiado. Pues le voy a contar el plan porque parece de confianza esta mujer, así que...
I may have a lead, but I must enter the city watchtower to pursue it.
You cannot go in there. Only gold cloaks are allowed.
That's exactly why I've come to see you. I know that some officers of the City Watch frequent your establishment, and I would like to, let's say, borrow a uniform from one of them. With your permission, of course.
You want to disguise yourself and sneak into their own tower? Are you mad, Sir Alistair?
I'm afraid this is an unavoidable risk. I must find Gawain at all costs.
Well, you seem sure of yourself. I pray that your cunning has not become warped after you became a priest of R'hllor. Yes, I understand. Well, perhaps one of their cloaks could get lost during their romp? But that's all you'll get here. A cloak. Nothing else. I have forbidden them to walk around here with their weapons and armor. I don't want to risk making a scene.
That's perfect. The cloak is all I need.
Very well. Wait here for me. I'll see what I can do. You're in luck. An officer is just now relaxing with Alayaya. Here, be cautious, Sir Alistair.
Thank you, my lady.
Good, we have the cloak.
Vale, pues otra cosa menos. Voy a deambular un poco, a ver si... Esta es la mansión del tío este, ¿no? Del lord que... Por el que he hablado antes. Bueno, pues eso, voy a deambular un poco a ver si... Si encuentro lo que me queda. El peto, la coraza y el yelmo. Vale, pues aquí no parece que haya nada. Esta es la mansión, creo, de la familia del tío este. No sé, igual en la Torre Roja, eso, en la Fortaleza Roja y... ¿Qué sería esto de aquí? Aquí hay capas doradas de esos, por lo menos.
I've been waiting for days.
Really does honor to our crew.
You and the parents who pulls the strings.
Nah, aquí no hay nada.
Young Joffrey as well.
Heard.
The town's merchants should be able to help us. There's also a chance we'll come across men in the city patrolling the streets.
Yo creo que eso, por lo que dice...
Hard to find opportunities to acquire them.
Por lo que dice, tiene que ser esto en la ciudad. Tiene que haber algo. ¿Esto qué es? Vale, eso lleva también a la... Es la entrada a la Fortaleza Roja, donde acabo de estar. Igual en la zona del puerto, donde llegaba. Igual hay algo. Vale, aquí hay uno.
It's as I feared. You will not pass through this gate without a full uniform. Let us get what you need.
Vale, vale. Esta es la puerta que tengo que pasar y eso. Necesito el uniforme para eso, vale. Aquí hay un capa dorada también. Por la zona esta del mercado no hay nada, ¿no? Si hubiese una taberna o algo así. Vale, aquí no... Es ese de otra vez el burdel, pero ahí eso no... Los que hay dentro no llevan armadura, o sea que ahí no puedo cogerlo. Esto es la mansión, ¿no?
I used to have drinks with my comrades when I was in the army. I believe they still do.
Vale. O sea que es aquí.
I used to come here for drinks with my comrades when I was in the army. I believe they still do.
Vale, pero hay una posada o algo así, ¿o qué?
I used to come here for drinks with my comrades when I was in the army. I believe they still do.
Vale.
A city watch guard sleeping off his wine.
Looks like he took his breastplate and helm off so he could sleep easier.
Sería mejor dejarlos, no sé a qué, me los llevaré.
They look my size.
The breastplate and the helm have been taken care of.
Vale. Pues yo tengo el uniforme, voy a ponérmelo y a ir a la torre esa que está en la plaza donde los mercenarios. Pero para eso, antes tengo que equiparme toda la armadura. Guantes de cuero de los capas dorados, ligero. Capa de la guardia de la ciudad. Es esta, ¿no? Imagino. Botas de cuero de los capas doradas. El yelmo no me desagrada. Vaya, la coraza, ¿cuál es? Esta. Vale, pues yo creo que ya tengo todo. Creo que me han dado un bonus por haber conseguido las cosas sin pagar por ellas. En lo de página de personaje. En lo de rasgos de personalidad. Sí, es esto de aquí, avispado. Has conseguido un uniforme de guardia de la ciudad de desembarco rey sin gastarte un venado. Efecto más 1% de posibilidades de botín. Bueno, no es mucho, la verdad.
This is where I stop. From this point forth, you're on your own. Be very careful once you're inside. Pry as much information from the guards inside as you can. While you're infiltrating this place, I'm going to inform Lord Halton of our progress. I will be back shortly. Then I'll return here to await your arrival. Good luck, Sir Alistair.
Ahora con los guardias para conseguir información y acceder a las mazmorras sin levantar sospechas. Vale, voy a guardar. Vale, pues aquí tengo un tipo para hablar. Cota de malla de acero de Lord. Y es como la que llevaba antes.
It's hopeless. With all the lashes this bastard is taking, he won't live to see another day. What's the matter?
¿De qué apuestas hablan? Debería averiguar más cosas sobre el comandante.
Where is the commander? I haven't seen him for some time.
He left for the Red Keep earlier.
Commander Janus Slint spends a lot of time there these days.
Actually, he goes there more and more often. I heard that he might become a lord or something.
I wagered 8 coins that the louse in the dungeon buys it the day after tomorrow.
Considering how the commander's treating him, there's no way you'll win.
What's the matter?
You were speaking of wages just now. I want in.
We're wagering on how long that bastard lockdown there is going to last. There's quite a number of us in, so we've gathered a tidy little sum so far.
I see.
If you want in, ask Captain Karen. He's by the dungeon entrance. I wagered 8 coins at the louse.
Ok, gracias por la información.
Considering how the commander's treating him, there's no way.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
Mira, el tonto, aquí no tengo nada que hacer. Voy a decir que quiero ver al comandante.
I want to go up there and get a good view of the city.
Maybe when you're an officer. But until then, dream on. Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I have to speak to the commander.
The commander is visiting the Red Keep. Come back later.
Bueno, imagino que si intento pasar no me dejará, ¿no?
This tier is for officers only. You've no right to be here.
Bueno, pues no insistiré, volveré más tarde. Con alguna excusa.
Isn't it a little cruel? Tony's murder. That stupid pig murder.
Oh, come off it. It's hardly the first time that we've done it.
Están hablando del
It's a
jefe
bit
de
of
los...
fun. The prisoner couldn't care less, you know. He's going to die anyway. We may as well try and make a bit of money from his death.
What do you want?
Eso, el jefe de los segadores, el bandido ese. Él hablaba de un prisionero, estabais hablando de hacer una apuesta.
Are you talking of the man who committed those murders in the sewers?
Yes, we've got him in the dungeon. Somehow, Commander Janos arrested him shortly after the crime was committed.
He's in one of the deepest dungeons. His 2 accomplices were in there with him, but they're dead now. He's the only one left. We gave them a good flogging. You should have heard them scream. But their boss, he's a tough one.
Isn't it a little cruel? What do you want?
I heard there were wagers being taken on the prisoner.
Yes, my friend here is taking part in a little game. He and his friends are wagering on the murderer locked up down there. All the others are dead. He's the only one left.
We're not abusing him or anything. We're just wagering on when we think he'll die. It's no skin off his nose as far as I can see. If you want to get a bet in, you'll have to ask Sir Karen. Oh, come off it.
It's looking for the coat of arms in his damn book. Oh, there is... I've really had it with all this. If Harold wants to find out who this corpse was, why doesn't he look into it himself?
Not so loud. If he hears us, we're headed straight for the hole, or worse.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Tengo que ver el cadáver. ¿Quién es ese oficial que temen tanto?
You were speaking of an unidentified corpse, were you not? Do you know if it's possible to see it?
Va a ser que no me
Body
van
of
a
the
dejar.
nobleman? You think you'll be able to find out who it is? I've just spent over 6 hours trying, friend. There are more noble houses in King's Landing than lice in a brothel, so good luck with that.
Anyway, the body is downstairs. If you want to see it, you'll have to ask Carol. He's the one who guards the entrance to the basement.
I see. I have to know if it's my brother they speak of. I need to find a way to get down there.
La manera ya la conozco. Diciendo que voy a apostar.
Excuse me, I heard you talk about Sir Harold. Is he truly that bad?
Let me guess. You're a new recruit, eh? So let me give you a good piece of advice. If there's one man you shouldn't irk, it's him.
Yeah, Sir Harold is the worst. I remember one day, one of the guards joked about his height. Nothing harsh, just a little laugh, you know. Well, he found out about it. The poor sod's been on latrine scrubbing duty ever since that day.
Keep away from him as much as you can. The corpse whisk.
It's hardly the first time that we've done it.
I've spent the
Aquí hay
whole...
algo que coger. Monedas. Y nada más.
Right next to where the murders took place. And Sir Harold has heard all about it, of course.
Which house it belonged to.
Only you could fall asleep right next to a crime scene.
Yeah, Sir Harold hasn't had me relieved for at least 2 days. But it could have been much worse.
Hello there, friend.
Hablan de los asesinatos en las placas, preguntémosles sobre Harold.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Were you just talking about a murder?
Oh, you mean you haven't heard about it? Now don't you worry about it. The commander's already found the killers, and they're getting familiar with the dungeons. He's not commander for nothing, eh? He's at a private meeting at Red Keep as we speak. He's a big man, our commander. So, Ben...
Qué raro que este hable así,
Hello
cuando
there,
todos los demás parece que le odian.
Sir Harold is the one who manages the relief team, is that right?
Not just that. He's also the officer in charge of stewardship. And he doesn't mess around. The other officers
Sí,
can
eso he
throw you
oído.
into the dungeons or give you extra duties whenever they please. But Sir Harold, he's the worst.
Yeah, once he has it in mind to punish you, he'll drag you through the 7 hells.
Yeah, I dozed off again at the entrance to the sewers. Tough luck, eh? Right next to where the murders took place. And Sir Harold has heard all about it.
And we'll hear no more of it.
Yes, but the commander seemed pretty desperate for us to burn the dark-haired boy's body as quickly as we could. It's a bit fishy if you ask me, and I have a feeling it has something to do with gold. Yes? Can we help you?
Está hablando de un cadáver, está hablando de su comandante.
Is that body down there one of the victims of the sewer murders?
Yes. And since he's a nobleman, we're keeping him where it's cool while we wait to be told what to do with him. It shouldn't take long to find out who he was, as we already know the identity of the other victim.
It's kind of strange, actually. The other one was just a peasant's son. A dark-haired boy known as Cedric. But no one knows anything about the nobleman. Why was he hiding in the sewers with a poor merchant boy anyway?
Forget about it, Morton. At the end of the day, they're both dead.
I need to know if it's my brother. I have to find a way to get down there.
Don't you find the commander's attitude towards that body stored down there a little strange?
Really? We'll find out which house he belonged to. Someone will inform them, and then we'll hear no more of it.
Next to where the murders took place.
Bueno, voy a preguntarles por el
Yes.
comandante.
Can we help you?
What's the name of the commander again? I keep forgetting.
Are you new around here, or simply an idiot? His name is Janos Slint. Be sure to remember it this time, or you won't last long around here.
He's at the Red Keep at the moment. I'll show you who it is when he gets back.
Don't you find the towards that body stored down there?
Espada de doble filo de 2 manos. Vale, ha sonado por aquí, yo creo.
So, Ben, you got caught sleeping on your watch yesterday.
I dozed off again at the entrance to the sewers. Tough luck, eh?
House he belonged to? Oh, I've spent the whole day.
Ha sonado como que se ha revelado algo con esto cuando he hecho esto, pero... Y no era en esa habitación. no ser que haya sido en el techo o algo así. Este es el de las apuestas, imagino.
And where exactly do you think you're going? No one goes down to the dungeons without my permission.
Bueno, pues vamos a comenzarlo.
Hey, you. Don't I know you?
Maybe. My friends
Creo que
told
sí,
me I
me
had
debías
a face.
5.000 pavos.
Well, what do you want?
Tengo que encontrar una excusa, no tengo nada que decirle por ahora. Pondré las apuestas como excusa.
I want to place a wager on this prisoner too.
That's great. The more the merrier.
I want to see what I'm putting my money on first, though.
Go ahead. If he's dead, let me know immediately.
Solucionado. Pero podía seguir hablando, a ver si me hizo algo más.
So, how much you want to bet?
I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you soon.
Haven't seen you before. What brings you around here? Did you come to see the prisoner?
Mejor será hablar de las apuestas, necesito ver el cadáver que tienen ahí.
I want to see the body. He may belong to a house I know.
Ah, you'll find him in the small room over there. Better do it now. He doesn't smell too bad yet.
Hierro grande. Y no parece que haya nada más.